Come in, Team November. This is HQ. Not sure if hell froze over or what, but a messenger just arrived with a package from Gwendolyn Reed. Says the family is offering the Rangers a reward for all you did for them. With Gwendolyn Reed? I can never be too sure. We'll give it a once-over. Anyway, the messenger will be waiting for you by the main doors when next you return to base. Over and out.
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too glad we have an understanding. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 second. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Figured we'd meet here to remind you what being a ranger means. These folks are alive today because you chose to help them, even though it meant going against the Patriarch's orders. To my mind, that's the ranger way. Helping the helpless ahead of the powerful. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you. I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, the way you dealt with Vic and Val tells me that we're eye to eye on most things. So hopefully nothing I say here will surprise you. Hopefully. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second... Shit! Scar collectors. Well, well. Speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
loaded. Well, loaded anyway.
Now, the way you dealt with Vic and Val tells me that we're eye to eye on most things. So hopefully nothing I say here will surprise you. Hopefully. As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too.
What? But the Patriarch holds Colorado together. It will be chaos without him.
It might be. You're right. But the way we see it, possible chaos is better than actual tyranny. And we're hoping that, as Rangers, we'll be able to help mitigate that chaos and give Colorado a chance to live under some honest-to-God rule of law for a change. And for that, we need your help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice. And their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Part 1, help Ironclad Cordite take control of Liberty's gangs. Then, Part 2, let him lead them all off to Kansas, where he can achieve his blood-soaked destiny without getting any on us.
What?
Oh, right. Well, Ironclad, I know you've been waiting for an opportunity to take back control of the Scar Collectors and the other gangs, and now's the time. Liberty's got them all gathered together on the border, so you won't have to go searching all over the plains for them. They're all in one camp. What do you say?
A plan that puts me back on the path to my destiny and hurts that coward Buchanan? I'm in.
Great. Then this just might work. Now, I'm guessing you'll have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. Cordite, this means you can't bring the gangs to the big finale. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. You want to come along and get your revenge on the Patriarch? Fine, but leave your army at home.
They'll be too busy preparing for my return to Kansas to bother with Colorado.
Good. That's good.
Well, for one thing, we ain't paying the man. We ain't actively funding murder the way old Saul is. And second, despite Cordite's destiny, my guess is he goes back to Kansas and him and his rivals all wipe each other out, leaving the whole territory a more peaceful place.
All right then, what's it gonna be? More than her being hurt now? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give you Liberty's location anyway. All I ask is, when you're finally standing face to face with her, please at least consider dealing with her our way, and put a bullet between her eyes. Everything else we talked about, well, let your conscience be your guide.
Good luck, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
So you and, Ms. Death are acquainted? She seemed nice enough, except for that business about taking down the Patriarch. Glad to hear it. Maybe you can bring her around to your way of thinking.
The Patriarch ain't perfect. We know that. But he's keeping us safe for 50 years. Now your friend wants to gamble that she can do better? And if she's wrong, it's the regular folks who are gonna get hurt or killed. I reckon we can trust you Rangers to look out for us, though. Just like you did before.
There one.
Huh. I thought the 100...
Only
Back before the family's in charge of sad weed. She left not long after that,
they have broccoli down in the... We're old enough to remember if you're always welcome around here.
Copy, November 1. Tow's on the way.
Always a pleasure to see the Rangers.
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
Our saviors, Hardy. Our miracle workers are back. Please, take this donation, Rangers. Well, hun, it's like this. We believe there have been 2 deluges so far. The deluge of water sent by God, and the deluge of fire sent by man. Each time the wicked were purged, and the righteous, like you and me, were saved. Now, the final deluge. Well, no one knows much about that, though everyone has their theories. But we believe that a strong leader, that's the Patriarch, can take us through it unharmed. And he's already off to such a grand start. He found you, and you saved Hardy. No, you've already done more than we can repay. May the good Lord...
I got back safe, Rangers.
You're always in our prayers.
Hoping
May
you'd
the
stop
good
by.
Lord keep you safe.
I used to play on these streets. Now there's blood on them.
Lucia, I'm so sorry about your family.
Wasn't anything you could have done, Bellamy. You know that.
Welcome back, Rangers. I'm so glad you have returned. First, however, before we get down to business, forgive me. I thought when this moment came, I'd be able to comport myself with calm and dignity, but it appears I cannot. I express my gratitude for saving both my brother Eston and my son Bellamy. I thought I'd never see them again, but you brought both of them home. This is a token of my thanks. Some people are calling you heroes for this, helping free us from our dependence on oil and all that. To me, before, the people didn't even know that power source existed. They wouldn't have missed it when it died. You have made them worshipful slaves to the thing that will eventually destroy them, and for that, I despise you. You're no longer welcome in this house. If you excused yourself. I have nothing more to say.
see you, Rangers. Ah, you're back, Rangers. Please go on. Good day. Welcome, Rangers.
Any news of my children yet, Rangers?
Tell me. Dealt with? How? Dead? Rangers, I told you to bring him. How did he die? Then you should have got there sooner. What the hell am I paying you for? I hired the Desert Rangers because you destroyed the base Cochise AI, because you brought down Finster, because you do the impossible everywhere you go. But saving my son, one single half-idiot boy, was too hard. Keeping him alive was beyond your legendary capabilities. If I had any other option, I would send you back to Arizona in pieces. Unfortunately, the job must still be done and there is no one else to do it. But if you harm any more of my children, there will be hell to pay, Rangers. Understand me? Hell. Now, anything else before I throw you... Talk then.
My hands don't shake.
No. I don't need some muscle-headed mercenaries giving me medical advice.
Why? Are you getting ideas? I've got years left to make that decision, Rangers. And used to be my strongest until they attacked the city. I assume it was Liberty who put them up to the raid. They were never this clever before. Can you blame me? Unfortunately, she has no... The nation as you see it is my life's work. Fine.
That better not mean you killed him like resolved. How? What? What does that mean? Is Valor alive or not? Then he's dead. You've now killed both of my sons, Rangers. No one! Get out of here, Oathbreakers. Don't talk to me until you've dealt with my daughter.
Any news of my children yet, Rangers? Ask. My hands. Why? I've got years until they. I assume it was Liberty. Unfortunately, the nation is used fine. There are always complainers, Neely. Always. The survival of Colorado is more important than one family. Tell me. Oh, is that what this was all about? Take something for your trouble, Rangers. Glad that someone is seeing things through. Anything else? He's alive then. Good. Anything else? What of it? That was a... Of course, there's one woman who loves Colorado like none of your damn business. Are we done here? Never seen it. I had a matching poke toy, too. They fit together. Here's a little something for finding them. Brings back a lot of memories. You expect me to care more? I don't let them do anything. I only pay. Then they can band together like we did. Become a state. Save themselves. Nothing's stopping them. Resolved. What? Then he's dead. I hot but saved if I had. Now, anything else before I throw you out? Oh, breakers. The child murderers again. What do you want? I know what you told. That better not mean you killed him like you did Val. You know. Get out of Oathbreakers.
Get lots of visitors. Not anymore.
back, Rangers!
This is where they took me down. It took 20 of them.
What brings you to Broadmoor?
Rangers repel Scar Collector assault. Attackers killed to the last man.
Maybe I'll join the force. I do like fucking people up.
They drummed out a second crap fight.
I'm sure they could use my help.
You ever know?
I was talking to George and Joe the other day. Somebody might be opening up something.
Yeah, for the
Books
words
for
of the
sale!
races to buy up and turn into playpens. Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckaties?
Ranger storm Aspen. Big Buchanan dies in bungled attack.
Would you rather freeze to death?
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Burn. You're gone faster, and free cremation so your family saves a few bucks on the funeral.
Excuse me.
Finally.
Team November. I'm here on behalf of Gwendolyn Reed. This is an infinitesimal reward compared to what you have returned to me. You have my eternal thanks. I'll let her know you got it.
You guys are really putting your hearts into this place.
I respect your loyalty to the old man. I admire it. He's had no greater friend than you.
Don't blame you for rescuing those refugees. Now, I'll be here.
Putting the refugees in the brig was a good compromise. Now, what can I do? Wonderfully. Thank you for asking. Who are you interested in? Who else are you interested in? Who else are you interested in? Certainly. That's what I'm here for. How can I help? Sadly, I don't think putting the refugees in the now. That's what I'm here for. After what you've done, it will be a miracle if he supports you at all. You kill. That doesn't mean you should give up if liberty is still free. Certainly. Safe travels, Rangers.
Hey, what's wrong with everyone? We're still partying, right?
Is it? Oh God. I'm gonna be sick.
An arm from the Char collectors who attacked us?
Pretty cool, huh?
Is that real blood?
No, I washed the real blood off. It was attracting flies. This is fake blood.
Nice. That's a big chair.
They call them thrones when they get to that size. That's the throne of Flab the Inhaler, leader of the monster army. The Rangers ended his reign.
Were they actual monsters?
Used to be. Not lately, though, from what I hear.
You got a cigarette?
No way. My head is exploding.
I still miss you.
I know I shouldn't be saying this, but...
Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do? Happy to. Take a look.
It's true, though, ain't it? I know he's a busy man, but a little time spent putting those brats over his knee would have done him a world of good.
He saved us a world of trouble, no lie.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. But you still shouldn't be saying it. I'm glad the refugees have a place to stay. Happy to. Take a look. Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look.
Tubular. Team November. Check it raw.
Kinda weird working on a car that can talk back. Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Pleased you were able to rescue some. Time to take some chances and expand man's horizons. I wonder if there will be conflict. There's no more exhilarating feeling than being shot.
Funtimes here with a happy tale of two cities. Often difficult to get along with your neighbors, but idealism can make for strange bedfellows. In the heart of California lay a den of depravity and sin called Hollywood. The streets were rich with prostitution and dealers in drugs and alcohol.
Hey, it's the Rangers again. Hey, our pleasure. Always glad to help. Let me open the back.
Howdy, Rangers. I'd be much obliged if you came by.
Rangers, you came! We're in dire straits here. Those twisted psychopaths want us all dead. You gotta help us. They done camped out at the side door on the right. Won't keep 'em out long. It's our breeding pen, and most of our bison are in there. They must have noticed us trying to reinforce it and decided it was the best way in. Them crazies were demanding our bison to turn them into weapons of war. Sick fucks wanted to graft machine parts onto them or something. When they started machining them up, the bison fought back. They don't like to be messed with, and they're damn fierce. Bastards had their hands full for sure. I'll show you the way, but I am done as soon as we see them. The sick bastards are up there. I'll just hang on back while you take care of things. Wouldn't want to get in the way.